have the hourly price chart for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. So as we can see here, we have started to break below some of these significant price lows at this point. We were currently, previously in prior videos, we were watching this 23.37 price level to the downside. And we did see a small bounce here to start the week. But since then, we've just sort of seen this slow grind lower. And we're now going to have to sort of revisit some prior support levels in order to try to look for potential areas where this current downtrend might actually bottom. Currently, what we're dealing with is a fairly broad sell-off that's being seen in the market. I don't think that this can just be ignored completely. If you look at my prior videos on NVIDIA and Meta platforms, you can see that there's a huge amount of money that's moving out of the market currently, and it's very difficult for individual stocks to sort of hold up under the weight of all of that pressure. So there are some very significant earnings reports that are going to be released this week. Apple, Microsoft, Meta platforms, and Amazon all report this week. You could absolutely make the argument that this is the most important trading week of the entire year. And then in addition to that, you've got this broader situation where stocks have really been selling off for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then on top of that, you've got these thin summer trading conditions that lead to low liquidity environments. What that really means is that it's easier to push around these stock prices with smaller and smaller order values. It doesn't take as much money to sort of move around to move prices around. So this is the situation that we're currently facing here. And it stands to reason that, Apple and Microsoft and Amazon releasing earnings all around the same time. This is going to, increase the level of uncertainty. It's going to make some people more reluctant to enter into positions and things like that. So, seeing this sort of decline here, not entirely surprising given the fact that, we're seeing, substantial moves lower in some of these other stocks. I do suggest that people take a look at the NVIDIA video that I just posted. The stock's fallen through the floor. It's completely collapsing through support zones. So, we are breaking through support with GameStop here, but we do have to sort of see this is just more of a slow grind lower. What it really shows is that there's just not much activity in the market. And as we can see here, trading volumes continue to sort of diminish. This doesn't necessarily mean that that's, negative orders are being put into the market or anything like that. Although you do see a slightly more negative outlook here than you do see positive, but it's somewhat balanced. This isn't an excessive number of sell orders that are being entered into the market at this point. So we can drill down to the 15-minute price chart here to sort of get another look at what is actually going on. We can see that we're trading below all of the major exponential moving averages at this point. Currently, we're sort of coming into contact with this yellow line, which is the 20-period exponential moving average on the 15-minute chart. But what we see here is more of a steady descent rather than an outright collapse or major breaks through support zones. So, in particular, what we can point to here would be this 2337 level. That I've been pointing out in prior videos. This is an important level because it was the ultimate price low from July 25, and it did lead to a bit of an upsurge here in share prices from those lows and into roughly the 23.6% retracement of the prior trending move. But once we did finally breach through this level, we can see that, the decline to the downside was not forceful. I mean, we didn't see an outright collapse here through the support zone, in the same way that we have been seeing in Meta platforms, or the same way that we are currently seeing with NVIDIA. So, to call this, a dramatic move lower, which I assume some people are going to do. It's a bit, that's a bit of a misnomer here. That's a false characterization here because, what this looks much more like is just a broader bearish environment that's making it much more difficult for people to sort of execute long positions. I mean, if there's so much uncertainty in the market, are people going to feel confident entering into new positions? If we've got a 4 out of the 7 Mag 7 stocks releasing earnings this week, does that make people more confident to establish new positions? I mean, I would say that it absolutely does not. A person's willingness to sort of step in here at these lows and should try to buy in at these lows. It's kind of a lot more to ask. It's just not a realistic proposition to be making to the market as a whole. So, what would have concerned me here would have been if we saw a dramatic price breakout here to the downside. If we did really see prices kind of collapse through the support zone, then I think that people would have more of a bearish argument to make. But currently what we're looking at here, if we're using this 2337 level as sort of this main kind of line in the sand here, we can see that the current price lows, we're not even a full dollar away from there. I mean, it's we're currently seeing a price low of 22.56. So we're talking around 80 cents in potential share price declines. Anybody that's concerned about that, I suggest you tell that to someone with long positions in NVIDIA at the moment. Those people are probably in complete panic mode because I'm sure there were many people that bought in at the highs, that bought into kind of the recent hype and didn't want to miss out on, the next big thing or whatever. And those positions have just completely reversed and are trading under a significant amount of selling pressure at the moment. In those situations, what you did see through support breaks, was more of a drastic price breakout to the downside. Here you're seeing more of a kind of a steady descent here. So, by the end of the day today, I do expect to see, large numbers of videos calling for, this major crash in share prices and things like that. We're not even talking about 80 cents here. This isn't even 80 full cents at this point. I don't think that there's as much cause for concern here as we're likely to see. In the YouTube clickbait that's probably going to be posted throughout the rest of this day. I just think that we need to kind of keep in mind the broader market context and to kind of remain aware of what's going on within the stock benchmarks like the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I'm not saying that this stock is directly connected to the fate of those benchmarks, but I do think that that's what's going to tell you how strong the broader trading environment is at this current moment. So here's the latest market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.